Hello, my name is Mrs.Ervin. I'm the acting chair of the Memphis Black Autonomy Federation in Memphis, Tennessee. One of the programs that our organization is involved in right now is organizing against police brutality. And what has happened in recent days here in Memphis is that the mayor is starting to talk now about some kind of a committee or a program to sort of monitor the police, and maybe he wants to bring in some civilian people from the community. There are not a lot of details about this yet. It's just getting started. But one of the reasons that the mayor is responding to this is because our organization a couple of weeks ago put out a proposal for community control of the police. And we feel like the mayor and the politicians, what they're saying right now is they want to sort of put a damper on what we're saying. And what we're talking about is to having civilian control, independent citizen civilian control of the Memphis Police Department. And what that would involve having a board that would be elected by people in the community. You would go to the polls and you would vote for people to be on this civilian control board. It would have subpoena power. It would have the ability to call officers and other people to testify, be able to get relevant documents that are needed, because that's the only thing that is going to bring the police in this city under control. Almost every day, or at least a couple times a week, you see something on the news about a police officer. One of the most recent things is a man saw who he thought was just a regular person on a motorcycle who was driving dangerously. He asked the man to stop. The man wouldn't. So this citizen called in a report to the police department complaining about this motorcyclist. The person on the motorcycle had a gun, raised his jacket to show the citizen that he had a gun in a way to threaten him. Turns out the person who did this on the motorcycle was a Memphis police officer, an off-duty Memphis police officer who was threatening a citizen who was making a complaint. And not only did the officer do that, the officer also went and talked to the 911 dispatcher who had received the citizen's complaint and did something illegal, got the phone number of the citizen and was able to call that person on the phone and further threaten him. Now, the city claims that they're investigating this now. And the mayor and other officials claim, well, these are some rogue officers. We have a few problems with some rogue officers. But these kinds of things happen at least once a week. This is part of the overall corruption that's in the police department here, not to mention the 10 people who have died so far this year in 2012 at the hands of the Memphis Police Department. So we are talking about independent civilian control of the police department in Memphis. Nothing else is going to change the culture of violence, the deadly force that is used in this city against people. Nothing else is going to change the level of corruption that is prevalent among Memphis police officers, to the point where they think that if they don't like a citizen's complaint, that they can threaten a citizen by showing their gun, that type of thing. We have one of the most corrupt police forces in the country is in Memphis. So the independent civilian police control board, we believe, is the only answer. Now, in order to enact that, it would probably call for a change in the Memphis city charter to enact such a body. And we are prepared. We are hoping to get volunteers who will be willing to go out, who would gather the necessary signatures to turn in so that we could get a referendum on the ballot and put that before the voters to have an independent civilian police control board. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. We know that. But it was an important first step in the process of bringing this corrupt, out of control police department under some type of control.